stay warm. This is Afro Beats.
Hello and welcome to the promo for Always Digging. My name is Jeff Skull, aka DJ Scully Farm.
Every Friday, take a trip around the world with music from around the globe. Colors of Rhythm with your host DJ Ron John. Fridays, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. on iLive Radio, iliveradio.com.
Hey, what's going on, everybody in cyberspace? This is The Groove Show with your boy, the crowd pleaser, DJ Mark Anthony. Don't forget, each and every Saturday afternoon from 4 to 6 p.m., we want to put you in the mood for whatever the night has in store. I'm playing only the best feel-good, party rocking, body-shaking music from funk to soul to reggae to R&B, house to salsa, and much, much more. We call it The Groove each and every Saturday from 4 to 6 p.m. Keep it locked. It's the crowd pleaser, baby. You know how we do. We'll see you on the air. Peace.
Attention all musicians, bands, associations, clubs, and organizations that represent collective styles of music across Canada. Now is the time to rebuild our collective Music Nation genres like hip-hop, R&B, jazz, soul, reggae, gospel, and more united. The Collective Music Nation is a non-profit organization committed to the development of collective music. Free memberships are available now. The Collective Music Nation. One voice, strength in unity.
Need a personal shopper? Christmas, Boxing Day, and New Year's is just around the corner. Show up in style. I'll do the runaround for you so you don't have to. Contact me, Delicia Henry, your personal shopper and stylist, at bchic.notbougie@gmail.com.
You're listening to iLive Radio, changing the way you listen to radio. iLive Radio.
The number one hit music station.
You have now reached your destination. Welcome to the EIP Lounge. Everyday, interesting people.
Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of the EIP Lounge. This is your boy, Mr. I Am, and I'm here with my family. Tell me what's up.
First Lady Shay.
And you know what it is. It's your boy, Rooms.
It's your girl, Jareen.
And it's your boy, Dano, the one and only, a.k.a. Country Boy in the house.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So today we're going to be talking about love or lust. I mean, that's quite a variety of things that we can possibly talk about. But we're going to get in today to the conversation of what is love and what is lust. So based on the dictionary definition of what love is, it's just an intense feeling of deep affection for somebody. And then lust, having more of like a sexual strong feeling towards somebody. So we're going to get into it.
Yeah, see, I hear you, Lady Shay, but I'll be honest. I don't care about the dictionary. It's love or lust. So you love when you really love someone, and you be like, oh my gosh, my honey bun, or lust where you're maybe in love with someone and you just say, but you see that nice little thing over there, and you just kind of get into it. So really and truthfully, right, as you said, love or lust, you know what I mean? I don't care. I think love and lust is the same thing. That's just me personally.
No.
Why
I have to disagree there.
Why not?
Love and lust are two different things.
Why do you say that?
I mean, I feel like love is more of an emotion. As Shay said, lust is a strong sexual feeling, but I even like to use the word desire. Right? A sexual desire where love is not even part of that picture. It can be.
Okay.
But initially it may not even be part of that picture. Like when I think about lust, I think about like sexual desire. I don't have to love you to sexually desire you.
What?
Right?
Yes, yeah.
Like, okay. Listen, love is, to me, I think love is where it's like, you know what? I want you. I'm going to pursue you by any means. And that's it. Unless it's just like, okay, I see you. It's almost like I want to quench my thirst. I'm interested. I'm interested in the visual.
Somebody sounded a little thirsty here.
Right? You don't want to? Are you okay?
I just want to quench the thirst. That's a visual. But love is like, I want to get to know you more than the physical, to me. That's how I view it.
Okay, but
yeah, I have to agree there with both of you guys, because at the end of the day, it's more so like, do I love this person? Would I like not want to pursue anybody else?
That's with love. Yes, I agree.
Okay, but like you could love someone and clearly lust after someone else as well, right? Like you could do that.
No, that's being greedy.
Mean, I feel like that's for a different conversation. Love or lust is gonna definitely have a few different parts.
Well, we're on the topic of love or lust kind of thing, and for my co-host, The Whole Works, what do you guys prefer more? Do you prefer more love or lust?
I think
I would say love by far. Like, I don't want to just lust after people. I would rather be in love.
And I think it depends. It depends on the situation. It depends on who you're lusting or loving after. I think the two go hand in hand. I think we all have to be honest. The physical is what attracts us first to somebody. I don't care about personality. I don't care about, well, I do care about personality, but I mean, initially when you see someone, it's that physical that you're attracted to.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
I'm not talking about situations where you're just talking to someone, you met someone over the phone, whatever. I'm talking about you're somewhere, you see a girl, you see a guy, you're attracted to them immediately by their physical.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
From that, you're now wanting to get to know them on a different level. So you lusted or you were attracted, which, we can discuss that later.
Yeah, I'm a personality type of woman.
But I think initially you look at someone and you lust after them.
That's I've never been with, and I can say I've never been with anybody who I've like genuinely first looked at them and said like, oh, well, you're my type. Like my fiance has muscles, not something I would go for. I like skinny guys.
But if your fiance was ugly too, would you have spoken to him?
Right.
Probably not. Because I've been with some ugly guys before. I've been in long-term relationships with guys who I can literally say if I had a type, I would not go for.
I think you try to butter. I think you lied. You see the first thing, you're like, yo, this guy is nice. This guy,
See, I don't have a type though.
You don't have to have a type.
Besides being skinny, like I really don't have a type.
You don't have to have a type.
You don't have a type, but there's people that you look at, and I feel like you imagine what it would be like to
what. To what? Kiss them?
Wow.
Go ahead, preach, tell them. Go say it.
To whatever or wherever your mind goes, you look at them and you think that.
So on our social media that we have up there, we have like a poll saying like lust, love, the whole works. Now it seemed like that when everyone hears the word lust, it's bad. And the whole works. Is it bad? Is it really bad, or is it something where you're just like, yo, it's just human nature? Like you could see someone and you could be like, yo, like, wow, and you start thinking about that person a lot, I guess you could say, and then that you lusted after that person, being like, yo.
If it's wrong to lust,
is it wrong to lust?
I think it's natural. I think it's part of human nature to lust. It's when you act upon your lust.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
I think it's natural. It's natural.
I think lust is like the honeymoon period where everything's perfect. Everything's like nothing can do wrong. It's like you're pulling on chairs. That's what I think lust is. When we get to the real life stuff right there where we're talking about bills and everything, that's when I'm like, okay, I love you. I'm willing to put things aside and do anything for you. And me and you are holding hands and going through this together. So I think lust is just like a temporary period, I feel. That's how I look at it.
Okay, cool. Let me throw that. Okay, let me throw that in there then. So they know you're saying like, yo, you're in that first period, the honeymoon stage, whatever, holding hands, ray, blah blah blah. Okay, cool. Who cares? You know what I mean? Now you're loving off of that person. The whole works. You see a nice looking woman walking by, checking you out. You check them out too. The whole works, and you're like, yo, that person looks really nice, beautiful. She might have. I'm on the air, but she might have like, big breasts, big body.
Right.
You just say whatever, and you're like, You know what I mean? That's what attract people first, because our host Doreen is just like, oh, it's that attraction first, the physical,
yes,
or seeing, looking at that first, right, and go from there. Now, you going back home thinking about that person the whole works, is that bad? Now, that's for everyone. Is that bad?
Not necessarily.
And you're in your relationship, while you're in your relationship.
Right.
I can't confirm or deny if I have ever took part in something like that. It sounds like you're trying to get people in trouble. I kept my head straight. It's not for me.
You know, fun. You're lying.
I don't think there's anything wrong with appreciating how somebody looks.
But what happened if that person start bringing it up? All right. So let's say you have your fiance, you guys are good, the whole works. You know what I mean? You saw a nice dude that have muscles, ray, pecs, all that stuff.
Once again, not my type.
Okay,
but...
cool. Whatever your type is, the skinny, the dirty, the Steve Urkels out there, whatever you like, walk by and you're just like, oh, okay. And then it was done. 2 weeks later, you're almost like, yo, like I remember that guy, like bring it back up. And you're just like, and you start thinking about him more. What do you think your fiance is going to say? Do you think he's going to be like, yo, why you think about that dude?
See, we don't get jealous. I can definitely say that because we're very open about it. Like, he'll see a girl on TV or I'll see a guy on television and I'll be like, yeah, I think he's handsome. Or she'll be like, he'll be like, I think she's sexy. I don't get jealous because at the end of the day, they're there, we're here, and we're obviously a couple for a reason, because if I felt like I couldn't trust him, then what are we doing here 3 years later?
It's true, but that's on TV though. Who cares about TV? We're talking about real life. So you see someone at the mall walking, this and that.
Oh, I've heard him say girls are pretty before. It doesn't bother me, because he'll be like, oh, that's the type of guy you would talk to? And I'm like, no, it's not. But okay.
But do you ever worry
at the end of the day, it's just really that trust factor, right? Like what Jareen said it earlier. What is it that you do with that? Like, are you pursuing that person? Because when you pursue that person, that then becomes disrespectful.
It becomes a problem.
Boy, I don't know. What do you say, Jareen?
Well, I mean, like you said, that lust, love, attraction. But as we're talking, because it seems like, Dino is always about love, but like you said, blah, 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 whatever. Roll my eyes.
Right.
Okay. But do you ever think that your lust can turn into love? So seeing that physical outlet. But I mean, haven't you ever seen those situations where you see someone and they're, good looking, whatever's attracting to you, and then they open their mouth? You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, but that's not the same thing. Because if I loved you for your personality now, then it's like there is something beyond lust. If you open your mouth and I'm like, negative.
So that's where the lust would stop, right?
Yeah.
But I think that, especially with my wife, I felt that I lust her first, if that makes sense. Like when I seen her, I was like in awe, and I chased and did everything I can. And then when I got to learn her, that's when we fell in love. I didn't just was love at first sight personally.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's what the question is. Yeah, is more so, can it turn into love? Which for you, you're obviously saying that is the thing.
But what about all the time?
Sure.
Do you think that's all the time, or it's just in certain situations?
That was the only situation.
No,
that's the only thing that made me change that.
I don't know. I feel like sometimes people are in relationships and they genuinely feel like they love this person.
Right.
They genuinely feel like this is the person for them, and they're not really realizing that it's lust. They're lusting after their being. Right? You see those relationships sometimes where maybe, a man is with a woman and, again, he looks at her physical and everything is perfect to her physical. And then maybe all of a sudden now she wants to branch out and do something for herself. It's now a problem because it's taking away from what he thought he fell in love with.
Okay.
Which was the physical. And that was lust. Not realizing that the problem is you don't love her. Or you don't like him as a person.
Do you realize the difference between love or lust? Like, how old are we? What I'm saying? Like, you have to understand the difference. And I'm going to point this towards Mr. I Am. Because he's been very, very quiet this entire time. Not like you, sir. So let's hear what you have to say.
Man, I mean, we have this very interesting topic, and we're not getting into the nitty gritty. You know what I'm saying?
What's the nitty gritty?
I don't know, man.
I was about to say, what's the nitty gritty?
Yeah, what's the nitty gritty?
So what? You're a luster?
Like to know.
Are you a luster? You like to lust after Bear Uman? Is that what you're telling me?
I'm sorry.
What's the nitty gritty?
Oh, let me to answer your question. Your first question: if I lust on pure women, I see women, and I think God created beautiful women, and there's nothing wrong with that.
So you're a gallus, okay? Cool.
I'm sorry, what?
So you're a gallus. Okay, cool.
Listen to the instigator.
I'm not a self-proclaimed gallus. I'm sorry. I never even heard that term before. And I'm just one man.
Okay, continue. Sorry. Continue.
I remember what happened last week. So that's why I'm just taking my time right now. So it's okay though. But yeah, man, I think we should break down lust really. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can we break it down even further, man?
So break it down.
You sound nervous. Just get to it.
I want to hear what you have to say.
Break it down.
Break it down. So break down.
You said nitty-gritty, but I'm not hearing anything but surface.
Right. So in your mind, break down lust and break down love.
Just prepare the spare room in your house.
And for you,
just in case.
Do you choose lust or love? Well, I kind of know, but
no, I want to hear what his nitty-gritty is. I want to hear what the nitty-gritty is.
That's what I want to hear too, but
let's hear the nitty-gritty.
It seemed like he wants to break down everything. Break down the nitty-gritty.
Okay. Break down love is a word that comes and goes. Mm-hmm. For those people who know what love is all about, you know what I'm saying? So love is a feeling.
Why do I feel like you're going around in a circle?
Yeah, just go to the nitty-gritty.
No, he's breaking it down.
You know what? Let me break something down to you guys right now. I was trying to quote Kirk Franklin a while ago because I think we need Jesus right about now. Because how last week was how you guys jump on me, and now I'm trying to explain myself. You want to cut me? It's okay though. Guys,
I thought I recognized those words. I could have swear I recognized those words.
For what it is, you said nitty gritty, and I'm just hearing service level stuff right now.
All right, so we'll give him the floor then. Go ahead. Sorry, we're interrupted because you prologuing, but we good. Go ahead.
All right. So love is a deep feeling. Lust is a deep rooted like attraction for somebody. You know what I'm saying?
It's preacher.
Now, I don't know how you want to go to the nitty gritty because we have love here and I have lust here. What do you want to talk about first?
I want to know because you're the one who said we need to get to the nitty gritty. So tell us what you meant.
Okay, go with lust. Go.
Lust? All right. What do you want to know?
Well, you said you want to break it down.
Whatever you want to say.
Mr. I am. We had a discussion.
Yeah, go ahead.
About lust.
Yep.
And attraction.
Let's go.
You said that you do not lust, but you find other women attractive, which is normal. Again, part of human nature, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But you said, when you see a female of, what was it? Did he say certain stature?
Certain stature.
Stature. You said
a certain build.
A certain build, right? I think you even mentioned lips. You were getting really excited. And I feel like that was just more than attraction for you.
Yep.
Can you confirm?
Well, sorry, to clear my throat. For the record, and let the record reflect, every man lusts. Every man. I don't care I don't care if you're in a relationship. I don't care if you're single. Every man lusts. Okay? Part of the lust is the attraction. And then there is a difference, right? You go outside and you see somebody, you could be attracted to them and not really lust after them. You could just say, look, that woman there has a beautiful body. No problem. But then it goes to another level when you say, boy, that girl is sexy. And if I wasn't in situations, things would have gone like this.
But it doesn't need to always be said.
So that's to me the difference too, because I think there's areas in lust that how the situation becomes lust. You know what I'm saying? There's got to be that attraction for it first, because sometimes what I hear is that attraction and lust is the same thing. No, it's not. It's not.
Okay, I agree with you, because once again, my fiance I would not say is regularly my type. He's got muscles, and I'm into the skinny guy. So was I originally attracted to him? He had a nice face, but no real attraction there because I have Like I said.
Okay.
I can say that I lusted.
That's a lie.
Right.
I don't believe you.
I can
See,
say that
the thing is, people are like, but muscles are sexy. I don't find it that way.
So nothing about your fiance attracted you to him?
We were talking about moons and stars.
You lying.
And that attracted
me. We need to cut her off.
I can admit.
No. That guy had some game. He had some game. Don't tell the truth. He had slick talk. That's what it was.
I swear to God, when I say that we used to talk about like the moons and like gravitational pull, like that's what attracted me to him.
What were you guys doing while you were talking about that?
Just on the phone.
What?
Well, you know what? You guys, I can admit that when I saw my partner, I lusted after him. Like immediately. I was like, you're cute.
I'm a unicorn though. So
you're dope, and I want to get to know your physical and mental. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
But definitely the physical was a part of it for me.
There's got to be that sexual attraction at first to be like, okay, cool. And go from there.
See, I want you to stop saying that because that's not always the truth.
No, but
and this is what I'm trying to say to you guys is that like realistically, you guys have this like idea of like, oh, I have to like find this person attractive physically, and that's not always the case.
You know, I said in most cases, I feel like we look at someone and we're attracted to their physical. In most cases.
Because see, my thing is like, and I hear you, Lady Shay, and maybe I hear you, Mr. I Am. But what I'm trying to say is that, at the end of the day, I'm trying to paint a picture for our listeners, for you guys, for everyone. Is that's like, at first, if you're going to see someone or you want to meet someone, you're not going to be like, hey, listen, like, okay, I see you, you're over there, you're dirty, you're eating from the garbage, you're doing this and that,
no,
man or woman.
Though.
No, but this is what we're saying though, right? We're just like, okay, cool, and then it's just like, okay, let me get to know that person. Oh my gosh, like you're amazing with the brains, and I want to like, you know what I mean, kind of just fall in love with you, the whole works. No, like there's something that attracted you to your significant other, right? That you could be like, like, and that's the physical first. Because remember, sometimes you're not even speaking to the person yet. You'd almost look and you'd be like, he's handsome. That girl is cute. You know what I mean? And then you pursue a little bit more. So the first thing is that, like he's soft on the eyes. That girl's weave's on point. Just throwing it out there. I don't know. I'll just throw it out there like that, right? And it's just like, okay, and then that's where you're just like, it's that physical. I believe it's there first, and then afterwards, when you get to know that person, you're like, oh, okay. Now we have a deeper connection, which ties into Dream's question, where it's just like lust turns into love, and you kind of go from there, but.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't care about the love.
I like people's personalities. A guy can come up to me and be like, "Wow, go on, sexy," and I'll be like, "No, thanks. I don't give a damn how sexy you are." Versus a guy who's like, "Hey, how's your day going?"
But what if he's, "Hey, how's your day going?" and he's ugly?
And then I don't have a problem with it. It's my whole point.
So Wagwan Sexy's not working anymore?
No. Not for me.
My archives, okay.
Not for me. And that's what I'm trying to say. Like, nobody's trying to hear me out because they're like, no. Like, 4 of us are like, this is what it is. Whereas I'm like, I'm unique. At the end of the day, I feel like if somebody approaches me the proper way, I would prefer that person over somebody who just comes at me saying some random nonsense, in my personal opinion.
So what about this then? Because we're looking at love, and maybe I need to redefine the word lust also. So, I keep thinking about lust and the physical, but there's all these different type of what's the word I'm looking for? Different ways that we're attracted to people like you, Shay. Talking that you're attracted to the mind, maybe being a sapiosexual.
Like somebody's soul.
Right? Do you think that you can lust in that form also, in those different forms of sexual attractions?
I'll fall for somebody who I feel is like a nice person and then realize that, you know what, this is just a facade.
If it was someone other than someone who was good looking?
Yes.
So you're immediately attracted to their mind?
Immediately attracted to their soul.
Okay.
So I've had situations where I've had conversations. Some people can hold a great conversation and their personality and character sometimes can overpass their physical. If you meet someone, you have a conversation, you'll be like, okay, this person's interesting. So that could be another version of lust, I feel.
This is what I'm saying, Dano, is so I'm glad that you're understanding where I'm coming from.
No, and you know what's funny, because I'm hearing some of our listeners as well too jumping in the whole words, and there's one that's like stand out, right? Is there also a mental sexual attraction?
That's what we're just talking, sapiosexual, right? Is it sapiosexual?
Yeah, it's sapiosexual, but yeah. That's what I'm attracted to. Like, honestly, I don't like women like that, but if I was to find like a woman who was the ish, I may just like her. I don't know. But I find myself in that situations with friends.
That's interesting.
Hey, I heard that too.
I heard that too.
I heard that too. So, like, there's another one I want to jump into. Once again, one of our listeners kind of throw it out there for us. Like, you can't lust after someone on an emotional level, not just a physical.
Like, I don't know.
Can that happen?
I think she is changing my mind. I think maybe you can. I think maybe you can lust because that's what's attracting you. So I guess the question is, if the mental is what's attracting you, what happens if God forbid something happens and that person no longer is able to give you that mental attraction? Was it lust or love then?
I would say that was lust.
That was lust. So basically what Shay is saying is that there's different forms of lust. Is what you were saying before.
There's different forms of lust. Okay, so what's the forms then?
I mean, you could just be attracted to the way somebody approaches you. And I literally just said that a minute ago. Like, if somebody says, well, I'll go out and sexy versus like, hey, how's your day going? Like, your approach to me, I already find it more attractive.
I think there's a physical. I think there could be a mental. I think there could be communication type of lust. I feel there can be something where it's just something that you guys connect. It could be something that you guys, I feel, are similar. Same. If one person likes to paint, the other person likes to paint, they can connect on a level like that, other than just a physical attribute. Right? There's times where you can be just sitting down. There's times where I can be sitting down and just have a conversation with someone. I'm generally interested. I'm like, oh, this is an interesting conversation. I don't know you. Or I'm not personally attracted to you, but it's an interesting conversation. It's someone that you can always be a friend with this person because the conversation flows so nice that you're like, this is someone I feel that we share a type of level of how we communicate that is cool. So I feel like there's different versions for it too. So I do honestly believe that there's a different, or with the lust and everything like that. But I also feel that with lust, I honestly feel there's a time period with lust. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
like, I don't think lust lasts forever. I feel there's a time period. I don't know what you guys' views are on how long you feel, but I think lust can go for like, sometimes people can be in lust or angel dust, whatever they call it, for like a year. And sometimes people can be lust for 2 months and their reality kicks in. It's like, okay, now we're faced with real obstacles. Now I think we're past the lust period. Now it's like, okay, we have to know if our colors or our level matches together and how far we're going to take this.
I agree. Because at the end of the day, once you get to know somebody for who they are as a person, is then when you make up your mind whether you want to go past that lust level.
I'm just going to read out something from one of our listeners also, where they're basically saying, at the end of the day, we're here talking about love and lust and, is something wrong with lust? I don't think we got down to saying, is something wrong with lust? So what is wrong with maybe just lusting after someone, being in a relationship with someone? It doesn't necessarily have to turn into love. You're just physically attracted to either that person's mental, that person's physical, whatever it may be. You lust for them.
Did you just say great sex?
If you have that, then great sex would be an ideal conversation for somebody who I can't move past lusting.
That you can't move past lusting. So you're you're financing the dude then. You're huge. So that's what you really are.
I mean, if we're both enjoying each other, then there's nothing wrong with embracing the lusting situation.
There isn't. I don't think there is nothing wrong. I don't think it necessarily has to turn into love. And if that is something that you want and you can't find it there, then you would go find it someplace else. But I think a lot of relationships are just based on lust. I don't know if that's good or bad, but I think a lot of relationships are just based on lust.
You're absolutely right.
Right?
You're absolutely right, Jareen. Listen, there is nothing wrong with lust to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? Based on your situation too. Like if you're in a relationship and you're lusting after somebody, it's whatever. But if you have the intention to go and do something regarding about your lust, you know what I'm saying? I think that's when it's a problem.
So doing what though? Doing what?
Like say for example, if you're in a relationship and let's say there's someone at work, you find you're very attracted to.
Okay.
Right? It could just be an attraction and you just call it a day or whatever. But if your intentions now is to try to see how far you could get with that person and something happens, then that's where it's wrong.
So you're talking about like a work wife?
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah, whatever you call it.
Like that.
Work wife and whatever. But I'm just saying.
That.
That's an example. Just if you once again, it has to start with the attraction. If you're attracted to somebody and you think of them more than just the attraction, so sexually and everything like that, that's what lust is all about. And if you act upon it, if you're in a relationship, that's when it's wrong.
All right. And
I agree with that.
You know what? I like that.
If you're in a relationship, you have to know your boundaries.
Okay, so perfect. You're in a relationship and you said know your boundaries, the whole works. I hear you, Shay. I hear you, Mr. I Am. So when do you say it's enough? When like is it bad when you act upon it like physically, or and it's good when you think about it all the time?
I think you need to know, once again, you need to know your boundaries. You need to be able to say to yourself that you're not going to act upon it, because the moment you disrespect your relationship and act upon it is like a no-no.
Perfect. So is it bad? So when does lust become bad? When you act upon it, or when you or
if you're in a relationship, then absolutely yes.
Okay, so but if you're in a relationship and you think about that person, that girl, that guy all the time sexually, dreaming about them, you know what I mean? Even when you're having sex with your partner and you start saying the other person's name, then you're good. No, I'm just saying though. I'm
asking you that question.
No. But I'm just saying that because you guys said that it's bad when it's bad with the boundaries when you act upon it. So act upon it is when you act upon it, right? Please answer. Go ahead.
So think of lust like if you're you're learning how to ride a bike. Let's just say.
What?
Hold on.
Okay, go ahead. Please. Sorry. Go ahead.
Jeez. It's like you're riding a bike, right?
Mm-hmm.
You get experience riding a bike on your pavement, and then all of a sudden you decide all your friends are going up this hill to jump.
Okay.
Around.
Okay.
You decide, say you're not at that place where you should be jumping nothing because you're just learning to ride. Because everybody's going at it, you're going at it too. You want to feel that exhilaration and everything like that.
Okay.
So with us, it's like, you have the thought, right?
Okay.
And it's turning the wheels. But then there's a part where you lose control.
Is this the situation where, like, if your friend asks you to jump off a bridge, would you jump too?
No. I'm just saying, no. Because with your bike, you have brakes, right? You have the chance to brake and everything like that. But sometimes what happens is you get into the motion of it. So first is an attraction and you're there vibing them. And it's kind of like, okay. And then you see them one day, you don't see them for the next couple of days, and you see them again. And it's like, woo, oh my goodness. Then all of a sudden a scenario could happen where you and that person is by yourself. Now you realize that maybe you heard that person they like you for who you are too. Now all of a sudden, You know,
I got to stop you right there because it seems like you're all over the place. Because really and truthfully,
hold on.
It's not me.
So you know what?
So my question, I'm wondering, does women and men lust the same way?
I'm going to say that it's a possibility because I believe. Remember, I'm not religious. I am spiritual, so I believe that we can be born into different people when we come back to ourselves. So, could I have been a man at another time? Possibly. Could you have been a woman another time? Possibly. You know, and all my spiritual queens and kings out there will understand what I mean.
But you know, as we're talking about relationships and lust outside of relationships, and we're talking about lust and love,
right?
I think that, you know, we need to look at lust and love within relationships.
Perfect. We'll do that now.
With you and your partner.
Love it.
Right? So you know, and this is coming from a listener, that you need that balance sometimes, right?
Ooh.
You love your partner, but you need to be able to lust after your partner also. And you need to be able to lust what they lust. Right?
I agree with them.
So as we're talking and saying that lust is not just, and again, from some other listeners, as we're reading here from our YouTube,
okay,
that, you know, lust is not just about the physical. So I apologize. From the beginning, I kept saying lust is about the physical. But after listening to Shay and reading from some of our listeners, and,
right.
you know, I'm realizing you can, you know, you hear that term, I have a lust for life, right? You can have a lust for other things. You got to be able to lust what your partner lusts after. And
so
you
why does your partner lust for a threesome?
Then you and your partner have to have that conversation.
If you're down with it, then
yeah, you have that conversation. And if that's something that you want to involve yourself in with your partner, and you and your partner love each other, then that's something you involve yourself in.
So what if you guys disagree on
that
what
you
guys
don't
love?
do it?
Then you don't do it.
Because I wouldn't do it with my dude.
So then lust is out of the question.
What are we questioning?
No, that you have to. I feel like you have to lust after your partner. Listen, there's some men that
so
are
why lust after your partner?
No,
you can say I love my partner.
Listen, you ever
that's
see
my lust.
You
I
ever
love
see
you.
those relationships where the man looks really kind of like, I don't want to use the word ugly, but you see a girl and you're like, what's she doing with that man? You know?
Yeah.
And this doesn't
ugly.
happen
He's
all
busted.
the time. He probably has money, right?
Okay, cool.
And sometimes those men
Gold diggers
lust after their wife because they cannot attain their wife like how they want. They're realizing that it's only their money that their wife is lusting after their money, right? But they're lusting after their wife's physical, and
that's definitely not real love.
That they can't get that because their wife does not want them like that, right? So they're lusting after their own wives in their relationship.
So really and truthfully, them lusting after their wife. So the wife is you could say a trophy wife. You could say,
right.
I can throw it out there, right? And then the wife is just like, this guy is ugly, but yo, I have a Bentley. Yo, the boobs are paid for. This and that. Right.
He's lusting after his wife.
So they have a common ground, I guess you could say, to be like, okay, right. like you're here for my money. I'm here for your body that I pay for, and then we're good to go.
But he knows he can never really attain her like how he wants.
So you guys make it seem like being less attractive physically to somebody is a thing. Because I mean, have you ever seen? Everybody should answer this question. Have you ever seen somebody who's gorgeous or super handsome but has a terrible attitude? And you're just like, that alone makes you ugly.
Yes.
No, definitely. But it's something where, and me just talking as a dude, the whole works, right? I'll just be like, it's almost like, yo, you're banging. Cool, right? You're talking. Shut up. Let's just do our dirt. Call it a day. That's about it. I don't have to be like, oh my gosh, like, yo, like you're talking, that just makes you ugly, the whole works. Like, I don't know. For dudes, we're just like, yo, like, let's just get in, get out, peace.
That's
See you
it.
next Wednesday.
But going back to it, this people's money has afforded them companionship. Again, from our listeners, loving our listeners tonight. They're in tonight.
That's good.
They are
That's
commenting
good.
left, right, center. I'm loving this. But so basically, companionship, they attain companionship, but they're still lusting after their partner. Lust is a serious emotion. Now that we sit down here and really dissect it, it's a very deep emotion.
Yeah, you know what? You're right.
It's a bit.
You're
we
right.
have to change our tune rooms.
I want it so bad, but I'm trying to stick with the going back. So I'll go with what Dano said. Does men or women lust more? The whole works. Lady Shay, we heard your answer to the whole works. I think they lust equally. It's something where I believe if men wants to lust after someone or dream or think or act upon it, they'll do it. I think women will do the same thing. So I think it's equally.
You think it's equal?
I think it's equal.
I think it's equal. I just think it's shown differently.
What do you mean?
I mean, I think when we're okay, just because I realize I'm changing my tune throughout this whole thing, so I gotta be careful what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, you have to remember how to be real with yourself, because at the end of the day, the more that we have the conversation is the more that you're just like, damn, I didn't think about it like that.
Right. So, like, I mean, I find that sometimes women may tend to more admire, a man, whereas I feel like men are more like was it Dean or Mr. I Am earlier said, yo, or Shay said, Lady Shay said, yo, come here, yeah. You know what I mean? Yo, like draft here, girl. And, you know me, I got draft here, and that girl, they body big, and you know what I'm saying? So I feel like it comes out differently.
Sexualized women, whereas we're like, oh, he's so handsome.
We're like, yo, he's handsome, or he's cute. Oh my goodness, yes. You know what I mean?
But that's all we need to take that. So when you say like, oh, he's handsome, we're like, ding, we're good. They're like, yeah, man.
That's why you guys get in trouble.
We're like, we're not handsome. And you're cute too. Yo, slide the number. You know what I mean? Like, yo, everyone wants to slide in everyone's DMs now.
So, hold on. I have a question then. So, do men sexualize lust more than women do? Because that's the real question.
I think it's equal. I think it's equal. Same way.
No.
Why?
I don't think so.
I agree with what Jareen just said, because for real, we'll admire a guy from far and be like, oh, he's so cute, he's so handsome, he's so attractive, whereas you're just like, yo, look at our body big enough.
But it's true. Yo, the titty them big, yo, you see if me and she did that, if you and she did that, what? Like,
then I will give her a glass of water. Believe me.
I'm not gonna lie to you. You guys are making me question. Like, I thought I know I love the wife. But I'm like, am I? Is there other things? Is there lust in there and I'm not noticing it?
Wow,
that's what I'm trying to think about now.
I'm glad that you're lusting over your wife.
Right, exactly. First Lady Shay, I was just about to say that's good.
Lusting? Is there certain feelings? Because I know, like, yeah, it's crazy, but
that's good if you lust after your wife, though. That's important.
I think that with men physically attract or lust more than the women. I think so.
And I'm going to agree with both of you and Jareen there.
I think so. I think we look at them, especially if you're out at a club or anything, you're looking at them in your mind like, yo, listen, geez. You're thinking, I wish you would, right? And I don't know. Like, you guys can do it from far. So
I also think women lust, and our lust sometimes turn into love more. Again, from our speakers.
I think that's that nurturing nature that we have within us.
I agree with that.
Our lust turns into love.
Your lust turn into love?
For women, I feel like, yes, our lust will turn into love more.
Because we nurture it. We nurture the lust situation where you guys are just like, yeah, I can get in, get out.
So your nurture taking the blood.
Unscathed.
What do you mean?
or as the person said, good cocky turns into love.
Well, I was about to say, so your nurture taking the money. That's what you're telling me?
Good cocky turns into love.
So when the cocky come in, Lady Shay, you're saying, yeah, man, we nurture it. Wow.
I can't say that didn't happen.
So you're so the truth comes out now. So before it was just like, nah. We had this Earth connection, the moon, the stars. You know what I mean?
He got me with the moons. I've never had a conversation about the moons and spirituality with anybody ever before. And then, of course, I'm sorry, Unc, but it came and it was
dig
just
out your belly and you're like, yeah, man, the moon, the star. The bells.
What's the song?
Your belly.
Who sings that song? There's a song.
She woke up making breakfast and everything after that lustful night, eh? Jeez, the moon and the
I knew it.
I did ask what happened after the moon and stars business, but yeah. Thank you. Thank you. For saying thank you.
Well, you know what? It should make you feel good that I'm grown. But yeah, in all honesty, definitely I think there are situations that kind of, sway you to another direction. Right. And obviously sex has been great between us. So
we got another listener. Go ahead.
I have another.
Listeners, man, they're on fire. Love it.
I have another question here from a listener. Jeez.
Yo, this one's hot.
Can I say the listener's name?
No, you can't say
okay.
the name. No.
So, listener.
Maybe just their first initial.
So, when we we're getting ready and we're going out, women, we tend to, dress a certain way when we're going to certain places, and men will get swaggy with it and everything. Mm-hmm. Do you think that we're intentionally going out there knowing that, whether it's the opposite or same sex is going to lust after us? Is that part of our intention, is to attract lust?
I like that. And I will say for the women,
mind careful.
Yes. No, 100% for the women. Yes, we know that. Hey, listen, you guys are here. Like, talk about it. When you guys are going out to the club or doing whatever, you guys are not going to be like, yo, listen, let me throw on my granny panties. Let me just be like, no. You're going to be like, yo, if I'm going to wear drawers or not, much less, right? And then you're going to be like, yo, listen, like, I feel a little bit thirsty. I want the whatever. What do you guys drink? Well, what do you guys drink? Alizé.
Water.
Water in my back foot. So Alizé. You should say Alizé and whatever. And you're going to be like, and I'm personally not even going to bring my wallet. Well, you guys were taught to be like, okay, bring the wallet just in case if you need to get home, whatever. But
yeah.
But that wallet's going to stay in the car if you guys whatever. Right. So at the end of the day, you guys are going to that tension to show off your goods, to get that free drink, to maybe lust to see who's going to be after you guys and go from there. Men, same way. Men will be like, okay, you know what? I'll look a little good. I'll look good to go to the club. I'll go with my boys, hear some good music. And if the umans are nice, then we'll go after. So at the end of the day, yeah.
But then we can't. So are you trying to say we as women can't be, so this is it's going to get sticky, but we as women can't be upset if, we're dressing a certain way and men are lusting after us. You know what? We can get upset when you guys try to reach out and grab us. We can get upset when you guys are saying wrong things to us.
Disrespect versus disrespect.
Yeah. I find a lot of you men are very disrespectful when we're out there. But then again, like I said, we know that it's coming. So should we then have put on the granny panty? Should we have then, put on the turtleneck and the baggy pants?
Well, there you go.
I think you should dress for you.
You just answer your own question. You just answer your own question. So my thing is, if you know that, hey, I'm probably going to be harassed some way, looking like a prostitute or a hoe or a slut.
That is hard.
I'm not saying you guys. I'm just saying in general.
A lot of guys are just looking down or looking shocked. They're just like,
I'm not saying.
I do not endorse this. I do not endorse this.
No one did endorse this, but I'm just saying. We did not endorse this, but I'm throwing it out there. I'm just throwing it out there, right? Because this is how men that are going beyond that they're not supposed to be doing, right? But that's how they come and they look and they'll treat women, right? They'll come and be like this, if they're wearing that, then it's okay to do that, which is not. But you answer your own question when you're just like, okay, if I have to dress like what I said, you guys just got all crazy about, you know what I mean? It's almost like that's something that...
well, what if you're wearing a turtleneck dress, but it's form-fitting? Are you still dressed like a prostitute?
No, I won't say that. But my thing is, it's just like, if you're coming out with like, okay, like no bra, no nothing, and then you have like just one little something covering up the nipples, the whole works. Then what do you think? What do you think guys are going to do? I'm just asking. What do you think guys are going to do? They're not going to look. They're not going to try.
I mean,
and
I don't dress like that, but what I'm gonna say at the end of the day, somebody should be able to wear what they feel makes them feel good about themselves.
Okay, so if a guy, I'm just saying, if a guy comes out into a club, right, just wearing a man thong, I'm just saying, just about it. Come out there,
jock strap,
jock strap. Thank you, a jock strap, right, and go from there. The whole works. So then
we're not reaching out and grabbing them though, but we're not being disrespectful to them though.
But okay. But this, hold on. Yeah, I got someone in here that's going to be awesome. But watch this though. But then when you go to, I guess, a strip club, a male strip club, or whatever the whole works, right? And they wear that. Well, what does that say? Do you guys still grab? They'll put it in your face or do whatever. You don't have to, but
he's there with knowing that that's going to happen. That's different.
Oh no, that's not different.
No, but
as I said, you guys are coming out with that intention to be like, yo, this is what it is. Okay, we got someone.
Time and place.
Hold on. We got someone in here.
If I was to agree with both of you guys, I would say time and place. If you know you're going to a strip club, then you know that someone may potentially grab on you because you're in that place. But
so I don't know how
I
don't know how a stripper dressed, but if you're coming to the club dressing like a stripper, then what? Thank you. We got someone here. We got someone here in the studio that wants to say something. Let's get this going.
Hold on.
Let's get this going.
Obviously, we need the male voice of reason here.
Thank you.
All right.
Maybe I don't know.
I understand your parallels that you're trying to draw. You're trying to draw people out in this conversation. I know you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm getting called out. Hold on.
An instigator.
You're trying to draw people out. All right. So there's something called context.
Okay.
Right. In the context of a nightclub.
Okay.
If a woman chooses to dress in a particular way, it does not give a man a right to act a certain way.
1,000%.
Facts.
Thank you.
Okay. However, I will relay a very quick story that happened to us in London, UK.
Okay.
In Carnival. So notoriously in Notting Hill Carnival in London, for years, women will go down there in their little shorts and stuff, and men will just be grabbing. Everyone's drunk, right? One year, there was a consensus amongst the women in London that they were going to turn the tides on men.
They started grabbing the men.
They were grabbing on men's fronts. They were grabbing on men's body. They're grabbing on men. It was actually pretty... I felt abused. No, seriously. And a number of guys
sorry you had to go through that.
Girls were walking up to men and like grabbing their nuts and like looking in their face like, what? What are you going to say? And you're like... It was fun for the first couple.
It still feels like harassment.
Because we're not used to that.
It was actually harassment. Right?
Yeah, people don't want to realize that men can also be harassed.
Men can be harassed.
Men can be harassed.
Definitely.
Sexually harassed.
But we actually asked a group of girls, like, what the hell is this about? They're like, a bunch of girls in London, they kind of spread around text messages. This is what we're going to do. We're going to go down to Carnival. We're going to turn the tides on these men and see how the men feel.
The experiences.
But you know what? That could backfire because Robin that man's just like, oh, okay. And then start grabbing up on the woman and say, oh my God. And you're like, oh, you thought.
You're right. It could backfire. But at the end of the day, the whole thing was, how does it feel when it's happening to you?
Like I said, the first couple of times you are like, yeah, really? Is this what we're doing? But then when the 40th woman does it to you, randomly walking past and someone grabs your ass from, and you're like, who the hell did that?
Right.
And you don't even know who it is. Now you start to feel a little exposed. So
what's crazy is I feel that sometimes, even for men and women, I feel that sometimes women may dress beautiful and they go to the club and it's just like, okay, a guy comes up to walk or try to pursue you or have a conversation with you and they get upset. Like, you have to understand, you look amazing. You can't be mad at someone who wants to take their shot. If you just came to the club to be by yourself and dress beautifully, I understand that, but like, don't be shunning the person like, oh, get out of my face. I've seen that happen before. It's just like, understand you look beautiful. We are attracted to you. So you may get these people just randomly walking up to you, which should be, but I don't understand why they get mad at time frame. You guys want to dress beautiful however you want to dress. I have nothing, there's nothing wrong.
Think about the guy who then turns around and says, well, I never want to talk to you anyways because you know, say ugly and right. Like, it happens on both sides of the spectrum.
Yeah, where's your hurt coming from, Shay?
It happened to me. Oh my God, you guys called me a 7 one time walking down Young Street, and I was supposed to be happy because this guy called me a 7, and it was like the man tried to kick me, and I was like, "Are you serious about life? Like, are you okay?" Are you okay, like, mentally, sir?
So,
I don't care that you gave me a 7 out of 10. That doesn't make me feel good about myself.
So, we heard the story about Nottingham Carnival.
Nottingham.
Notting Hill.
Notting Hill.
Like the movie.
Notting Hill Carnival.
Like the movie.
Notting Hill.
My question is, though, for the rest of the male hosts, have you guys ever been, you feel lusted after, outside of your partners?
Yes.
Have you been harassed?
Yes.
Outside of your partners. And how did that make you feel?
Feels good.
Or how did you deal with it?
Feels good. What do you mean? How
Okay, other than rooms, because
How did
rooms.
you deal
What do you
with
mean?
it?
If they want to come and be like, yo, harass me, I'm like, we can do it too.
So you didn't
Come
feel
in.
you didn't feel disrespected in any way?
No.
Hold on. Being harassed doesn't mean you're going to be disrespected. It just means you're harassed.
Okay,
That's
so when you were
harassed,
feeling
right.
harassed, how did you feel? After the first few.
Explain your harass.
The Notting Hill Carnival thing was an exception.
Right.
Right.
I have been harassed.
Right.
Actually, in Canada.
Right.
Actually, at a club. 6 degrees. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, this guy said 6 degrees.
I just a certain way.
know that one.
6 degrees.
I know it.
And one other club that will remain nameless.
But you know what? It's your accent.
Right.
It's how you talk.
It's the accent, right?
It's the accent. For
the
sure.
accent or the look, right? And to be honest, it's a little disconcerting. Like you have to like nah, like I'm not interested. And then that kind of brush off, the reaction you get from those women that take the time to come up to you and say, hey, they reverse the tide because it's not traditional.
Right.
And they get rejected by a guy, the reaction is pretty bad.
Oh, 100%.
It's pretty bad. They take it really personally.
Yeah, they get
They'll
offended.
throw a drink at you in your face. They'll do God knows whatever.
Yeah. Oh,
They'll
no,
do
they
it.
didn't go that far, bro.
Wow.
But they'll do that.
No, they won't. Not to me. Maybe to you.
No, I was going to say, but when you said that to you, what were you going to do?
No, it wouldn't happen. I have that danger.
He's like,
don't
I
do
know how to
anything.
shut them down
Yeah.
easily.
I have that danger. Don't react physically.
So that person you turned down, like, was she nice or was she ugly?
I wasn't even evaluating either.
Ooh.
It was like, I don't know you. You came to me. You said what you said. You shot your. You threw your shot out there. You said, big shot. Can I take your number? I said no. I don't even know you. Who are you? What do you want?
Wow.
And that was it.
And that was the end.
So does that happen often to you guys?
Depends where you go.
No.
Depends where you go.
Go to sugar daddies dressed a certain
Oh,
way.
sugar
It's
daddies.
going to happen.
Wow. Sugar daddies.
Well, I know some men that are out there and they get drawn for regularly. And I know that it doesn't, they feel harassed. Like they feel like it's a Me Too moment for them regularly. So they do have to do the same thing. They do have to, turn down the person respectfully or so on. But it does happen.
Definitely. My fiance obviously is a very handsome man. And now that I've got
Big
the
him
whole
up.
muscle thing. But he's like always shutting chicks down. Like chicks just stare at him in his face and he's just like, I'm married. Like with him right.
I know the feeling. I know the feeling, First Lady Shay, because my partner too is a very handsome man.
So
and I'm always all the time like in his face, and I'm just like, but it's okay. I'm okay with it.
Well, what I notice in life or whatever, in relationships and whatnot, is that women go after men that they cannot get, or it's in a relationship, straight up, as well as
that happens both ways.
No, but that's what it is, though. It's almost like, did you see that movie Hitch kind of thing, where like all the guys was around that one girl, and then it's like, yo, the guy went up to the girl, be like, yo, didn't pay her no mind, and be like, she's like, hold up. She's like, where are you going? I have all these dudes around me, and then boom, just went towards that guy. Why is that though?
And there's like a pheromone.
Right. So when you guys get all that attention, just like,
like sense
sure,
of
I know I'm
confidence
hot,
that
but
you know
how
you're
come I can't
taking.
get that one guy that's over there?
I mean, like, we always want what's unattainable, right?
Wow, lust or love? That's crazy. That's the thing.
One last question too from one of our listeners.
Okay.
I have a listener who wants to know if you think lusting and flirting is the same, and do they go hand in hand?
No, because I'm a natural flirt.
Oh, you're a natural flirt. when you meet.
No,
So you're
I
only
go to
saying no
church.
because
I'm
you're
not
a flirt. That's not the question. Like you're only just saying no. They're like, yo, I'm saying no because I'm a flirt.
This guy threw a curveball in there.
Come on.
It's my personality. I'm a Sagittarius. We're natural flirts. It is what it is.
All right, guys. Honestly, this has been great. It's been amazing. Once again, Lust or Love. So, I want to give a big shout out to our sponsors, Zone 6 Restaurant and Lounge and Showbiz Inc. You know what it is. Thank you for our listeners and the interaction. So, once again, it's your boy Rooms.
Your girl, Jareen.
Mr. I Am.
Your boy Dano, one and only, a.k.a. Country Boy.
First Lady Shay.
First
Peace
Lady
out, guys.
Shay.
And thank you for listening to us
Thank you
tonight.
for listening.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I'm gonna love on the wife tonight.
Lust or Love.
Lust or Love.
Sure, she'll appreciate